do this thing. Hello, everybody. This is Noah. This is another episode of What's Happening, the What's Happening podcast. This week, we have another special guest, Davon Hogan.
How you guys doing today, man?
Good. Yeah. Davon, we know each other from Adams State.
Yes, sir.
I played baseball. You played football.
Yes,
correct?
Sir.
Alrighty, yeah. And let's just go over it. What do you like?
Just things.
Things,
man.
I know you're a big poetry fan.
Oh yeah, definitely. I wasn't as a kid, but I'm huge on reading, writing books and stuff like that. Just any type of literature, and then of course, I was an addict for football my entire life. So and then maybe like anime and comics and just
I love anime.
Pretty much anything.
What's your favorite anime right now?
Oh man. That's hard. I've been like binging Yu Yu Hakusho.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I went old school. So
nice.
that's been it.
I haven't gotten on a anime trip in a while. The last one I did was like a Fate Stay Night, like the Fate series.
Yes.
Yeah.
Old school though.
Yeah, old school. I like that. That sort of animation is like attractive to me because I don't like the CGI stuff. Do you?
No. I don't know about it, man. It's not animation.
No, well, it's almost the thing that I like about anime is that it's unrealistic.
There we go.
You know, the CGI is too realistic. Like it's almost like you said, it's not animation at all.
It's forced on us.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So, but let's go through that. Like you didn't start liking like literature or reading until. Like you got done with football, essentially?
Yeah. Well, college introduced me to it. I was, one of those, just a jock. Same in high school and stuff. Just playing sports, watching anime, and just being a kid. And then I got to college and was like, a teacher told me, hey, read this right here. And ever since then, it's been.
Do you remember what you read?
Yes. It was James Baldwin, Sonny's Blues. And it changed my life, bro.
What stood out about that one piece of literature?
It's a drug addict. It's a short story. It's about a drug addict who, bless you.
Thank you.
Yeah. A drug addict who loves playing the piano, loves playing jazz music.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't want to spoil anything. It's a short story.
But that obviously played on your love for jazz.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Music in general. And then, obviously, just the idea of expression through other forms of art, whether it's even sports.
I think after I have a better appreciation for the poetry of sports.
Oh, yeah.
Now that I don't play it.
Yeah, definitely.
Like with football players, I mean, you throw a fade to the back of the end zone to like Matt Ryan to Julio Jones. And then, in basketball, I would go back and watch, highlights of D. Wade and LeBron James and them throwing lobs to each other. Man. And then, I guess in baseball, for me, it's like the turning of a double play.
Oh, yeah.
That's just perfectly, you get the flip, you get the nice exchange, everything seems crisp.
That's poetry in motion.
Definitely, dude. Yeah. And I have a greater appreciation for the poetry of sports now that I don't play it.
Exactly. When you're away from it, you grow a different appreciation of it. And it's hard to do so, especially when you drown yourself in a sports lifestyle and then be so distant from it, but so close still because it was a part of your life. And you find ways to appreciate it from that stance too, and it's crazy.
Yeah, definitely. And getting back to your finding just your curiosity and education. After you got done with your athletic career, I did the same too.
Exactly.
But I don't know if this happened with you. I went to a dark place. It took me going to a dark place and not knowing exactly who I was and not being happy with who I was to find the literature.
Oh yeah.
And to find music and expression and art.
Man. Same. I guess billions of people can say that music has always been a huge part of their life or writing or any type of art. And they were sports players or something else. And when I left football, when I accepted that it wasn't where my life was going to end, you know what I mean? I was in a real rut. It was horrible. It was very depressing. It was a very dark time. So I agree with you.
Yeah, it's kind of a earth-shattering moment.
Oh, man.
Because I mean, for me, I was playing baseball since I was 3 years old. You know,
man, 6.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so like it's most of your life. Like since a kid, you grew up on it. Every Sunday, you watch football, go to the baseball games every night, and it's weird not having that your life revolve around that.
so weird. Especially, I try to tell people being an athlete and then watching the sport while being an athlete is totally different than not being an athlete and watching the sport.
Yeah.
So
there's a certain nostalgia that comes with it
and
when
it's
you're done.
sad still, even today.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
if I catch a game, I'm like, oh my god.
Well, for me, like, because I played football, baseball, basketball in high school, but I chose baseball. Like, that was the one I chose for some reason. But
Definitely.
I wasn't terrible at football, so I always have, like, those thoughts, like, what if I would have taken football as seriously as baseball?
Same.
You know?
I wish I would have took any sport as serious as I took football.
Yeah.
Like, just, if I wasn't playing football, man, I was on the streets playing around with my friends doing, you know what I mean? Just being, being a kid. And then, I mean, you have like, I had, Dragon Ball Z, Yu-Gi-Oh, stuff like that. But football is like really what kept me in line for like, you know what I mean? You make decisions based on football.
Like you state, like for the longest time, I didn't drink, I didn't do drugs.
Yes.
Like, obviously, on New Year's, I'd like get hammered with my friends.
Enjoy yourself.
Yeah, but it wouldn't be a thing like every weekend where my other friends would be doing that stuff, you know. And then the grade stuff, like when I stopped playing sports, my grades took a dive.
Oh.
And it just, the central point in my life just vanished.
Oh yeah.
And but like, I mean, I came out of it, you know.
Exactly.
I think that's why I took like Mac Miller's death so bad.
Oh man, don't get me started. Like, I still haven't listened to a song. So
you got to, bro. I got to address that sadness, dude.
Oh, man.
When I'm like sad or angry, I'll like put on something that's like way more sad or like way more angry.
That's usually how you have to.
Yeah.
I've been
You just
avoiding Mac like a plague, man. I mean, I remember like 08, 09, all the way to like maybe 2012, man. It was Mac Miller was always in rotation, man. And I'm like, because he was like, you know, we're same age, man.
And he was going through a lot of the same shit we were
definitely.
with the dark places and just wanting to, not knowing how to address those feelings, bro. Especially as a guy.
Please no. I still haven't. Like, I can't listen to the old stuff. Like
kids or anything, watching movies.
I'm good, bro. Seriously, man. Somebody was singing Lucky Ass Bitch. And I like literally almost passed. I was like, man, chill out. Because that's like my childhood.
Yeah.
Like when I, you know what I mean, started actually having girlfriends and stuff like that. And Mac Miller was always in the background. Him, Big Sean. And
definitely.
You know what I mean? So I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Whatever.
Was he the first like artist that like affected you in a major way when he passed?
Yeah. Well, because I mean, like, you know, the Tupac, Biggie, the Prince, Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
These are like gods, but I didn't grow up when they were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like that.
You don't have the same.
Yeah, it's like a myth to me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like,
what?
You know what I mean? So,
it's like these guys are like Thor in a way.
Exactly.
You know?
And then you have Mac Miller, who I was like, man, I was there.
He was the first. Yeah, same here. He was like the first guy that like I loved listening to.
Yeah,
would like listen to everything that he released.
I feel bad though, man, because I feel like I deserted him in a time where he needed me to listen to him. And I know, and that's like I didn't listen to him as much as I did.
Did you stop like right before Good AM? Or did you, like right before then?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when he switched up a little bit there. He became
the singing
more artistic, I guess.
He branched out in music completely, and you know what I mean. I'm always rooting for Mac, bro. So it was like And when I seen that, I'm like, no, there's no way.
I know, I didn't. It was surreal, dude.
Yeah,
definitely
so that hurt way more than any famous person.
Yeah, dude.
It bothered me.
That one hurt me.
Man, so.
But do you know what's going on with the Ariana Grande situation?
Besides people attacking her on Twitter about her like, you know what I mean, like, I guess egging on or essentially just wallowing in the Mac Miller death, and I don't know.
Her whole relationship with Pete Davidson's done now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like
that's the dude that she was like.
Yeah, she was engaged to him like a week after she broke up with Mac Miller.
Okay.
And like, I don't know, like, and that's it. I don't know how you're supposed to feel if you're Ariana Grande, bro.
Man,
You know?
wasn't her concert the one that had the bombing?
Yeah.
So
She's
I'm
been
like,
through
bro,
so much shit,
like
dude.
I don't understand why somebody would go out of their way to talk bad about her.
Yeah.
I personally like don't follow her on any social.
Well,
you
me
know,
neither.
Yeah, so.
I just am addicted to that whole like triangle that they had because I'm a Mac Miller fan.
Oh yeah, when they broke up and then she
yeah.
was with.
And I love gossip too.
Yeah.
That's
Oh.
the other thing.
you have to be if you're gonna be on Twitter, bro. You got to be a fan of it.
Oh,
sadly, so.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so it's like.
And I don't. Here's the thing. I don't like partaking in it. I like watching it.
Yeah.
It's
From a
entertaining,
distance.
dude.
It's
and then
it's a
I'll throw
soap.
in a little reply here, like
yeah.
that shit was stupid.
Yeah.
You get like 4 likes.
Oh yeah.
That's enough for me, dude. 4 likes is enough for me on Twitter.
Oh, bro. People, that's the point. Is some people don't stop at the 4 likes, bro.
No, dude, they
they're
take
looking
it too
for
far.
retweets. They got the threads of why we should hate
the
Ariana
shit
Grande
I
and all that,
hate is like if you like a person has a fire tweet, it's like 100 likes or whatever, and then they're plugging their own stuff below that with another reply. Excuse me, let people like you enough to go to it on their own.
Yeah, that's
okay.
funny. That's what
He gets it. He gets it over there.
They're what is it called? I guess I don't know. Selling themselves essentially. Once you get that little bit of fame, you're like,
it's
let
not
me
even
throw this SoundCloud.
It's
out
not
here.
even 15 minutes. It's like 5 seconds of fame,
No,
dude. It's
not even that.
It's
Twitter is so fast. You're done. Sandra Bullock is almost erased off the timeline now.
Yeah, that's
So, I
true.
mean, like, it's-
Bird Box is not there.
Oh yeah, exactly. So
You know what the big movie is now?
What?
Is that Bandersnatch?
Oh yeah,
Black Mirror
Well, yeah,
Have you watched that one, dude?
Yeah, I watched it.
Did you like it?
It was annoying to me.
Really?
Yeah, I liked
the
it.
clicking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I liked what's his name in it though, the guy with the eyebrows. I really like him as an actor.
Oh,
like
The
he's
really weird druggy
yeah,
dude.
yeah. No,
He
he's
was on-
awesome in the
yeah,
film too. So.
Oh yeah, he was on Maze Runner.
Yes, and
Yeah.
what's the one where the guy is like he makes shifts a fake family to take the drugs across to Mexico. Yeah.
We're the Millers.
Yeah,
he was hilarious.
Yes, he's
in that.
hilarious in that. So
Yeah.
I dig him. So, and the role that he played I think was probably the best part about the film.
Oh, yeah.
So yeah,
It was because it was like he to me his character like I don't know the right word. Does that happen a lot to you? Where
Yeah.
I try to use as accurate words as I can, but I just can't think of it.
That's
But he embodied. There it was. He embodied the anxieties that every young person has
man, his
about the government, about
and put it into a game.
yeah.
Because at our age, we think everything is a sign, and I'm pretty sure
dude.
they are. Yeah. When
Do you believe? Do you believe in God?
Yeah, I guess there's
Okay.
some type of.
Are you religious?
No.
Okay,
I
me
wouldn't
neither.
use religious. So,
And I don't know. I had a conversation with one of my Uber passengers,
Yeah.
and she asked me that question, and I was like, I don't know. I lean more atheist than anything, but when people are in a gym and they're all cheering for the same team, and it's a 2-point game, and you have that feeling of that elevated feeling, it feels like you're high.
Yeah.
In a gym
It's
because.
high.
And everybody's experiencing that same thing. I don't know if that's God, but that's definitely like that's something higher than what we are.
Oh, yeah,
that's
definitely.
a higher purpose.
It's funny that it happens in a group environment as well. So I mean that. Yeah, definitely. So
Very rarely do I ever get it alone. I mean,
Yeah.
if I
Yeah.
get high enough,
Yeah,
and I'm like writing
that-
poetry.
that might be a different high. But yeah,
Yeah.
nah, man, I won't say that I lean towards the atheist side, but the whole I gave it an old college try of
Yeah.
Christianity, and it just wasn't for me. So that's
Yeah.
all I can say about it. But
It's-
like God, yeah, I guess so. If that's what people want,
I heard. I'm reading Jordan Peterson's book right now.
Jordan Peterson, what is it? What's
He's
the book?
it's 12 Rules for Life, like an antidote to chaos.
Oh.
But he
The title.
Yeah, he refers to like God sometimes as like the future.
Okay.
And if you like think of God as the future, like sacrificing a little bit of what you have now for the sake of a better future, and like tolerating people, so like in the future they can tolerate you because you know you're not going to be perfect or something like that. When he puts it like that, I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, I like that.
You
I've
know?
never thought of it like that, so that's cool. I'm open
Mm-hmm.
to new ideas. I mean, I don't
Same here.
Yeah, especially when it comes to that a belief system.
Definitely,
Yeah,
dude.
so,
That's at my lowest point in my life. I had no sort of belief system.
Oh yeah, man, I was
at
in
all.
a dark place like that
Yeah.
too, and even with yourself.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
because
so-
you don't. I mean, you don't know how to treat yourself, and how are you supposed to treat other people well if you don't know how to treat yourself?
Exactly.
And like that was the biggest thing, is like accepting myself. Like once you are okay with yourself,
Oh yeah.
you really find out that you can be okay with other people.
Oh
dude.
yeah, man. In the world.
Yeah.
Yes, man. When
There's
you're in
a
a
lot
dark
of-
place, it's like, how do
There's-
you even like the world? And you know what I
Dude,
mean? You just
I
like
mean-
want everything to stop. So
Seriously, especially with right now with how polarized the media
Oh,
is,
man.
and everything has this like underhanded, like this is really bad meaning to it. It's like it's not that bad, man.
Yeah,
The world's okay.
yeah, I try to tell people like I don't believe in the word optimistic, but I
Yeah.
do believe in the word that the idea that
Things are getting better, dude.
it's there's always positives.
Yeah,
And,
definitely.
and there's always room for growth. And if you want something to change, it's probably self first.
Definitely.
So if you're looking to change the world and you have some type of problem with yourself,
I think that's the attitude and the mentality that a lot of, I think young people, but I think it's spreading to the upper generations
oh
too.
yeah, definitely.
That mentality, like looking when there's a problem, looking outward instead of
Yeah,
inward.
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
It's a problem, I think.
That's probably been the human problem since the beginning. It's like,
Wanting to blame other people.
oh yeah, definitely. I'm cold, so how do we stop the snow from falling?
Yeah.
Essentially,
Well,
instead
okay.
of
Instead of
Yeah,
that's
so-
a good analogy.
Yeah, so I mean, I don't like the idea that the younger generations always take the blame for the state
Yeah.
of the world,
We don't
but
have,
that's
we don't
oh
literally have no control
yeah,
over anything
yeah.
right
So
now.
I try to tell people like, bro, this is
This is Gen X.
yeah.
Dude.
I try to tell people like,
Yeah.
and I told B, I was like, yeah, this is more your fault than our fault. And, you know, 'cause she was telling us like, you guys don't vote, and I'm like, yeah, somebody wasn't
there's a
voting.
reason.
Exactly. There's
Yeah.
something that you guys did, and then something
Yeah.
that the people before you did, and your
Oh, dude.
parents. So there's no
When-
blame.
I'm
It's-
blaming.
Oh,
I'm gonna blame them.
I think
dude.
we should. Point, I believe that we should point fingers at specific things.
I'm not gonna
but
hold it against them. Then,
We're
'cause-
still the child,
yeah,
and we can't
We have to.
have all the weight on our shoulders.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
so.
getting back, I will blame them, but I won't. I'm not gonna hold it against the older generations
Oh no,
because
no. I mean it's the world. Essentially, it's like that's just how
And-
it is. So
yeah, and I'm not. I'm gonna blame Reagan.
ah,
I'm blaming that dude.
really?
Yeah, man. I watched this thing. It was like reviewing the '80s,
Oh yeah,
and that's when that's when all the crazy shit started. AIDS,
yeah,
like progressiveness, hippies,
Drugs.
LSD, drugs,
yeah.
all that shit, like hip hop, disco,
Yeah.
all that shit was starting up. And Reagan, dude, it all started with that fucking guy,
yeah,
dude.
yeah. Hey man.
And I don't blame people because he was like a pre Donald Trump man.
Oh yeah, he
He's
was
an-
well before. He was
an
the
actor.
idea. Yeah.
Yeah,
was-
he pleased people. He like sold two versions of America where it was awesome, but it was still bad at the same time.
Oh, yeah. The war on drugs, and then
Yeah.
he's
And then he's the CIA's peddling in crack.
Oh.
Under like, come on, bro.
hey, hey man, hey yo, the '80s is crazy, bro.
It's insane.
I told my mom that, you know what I mean? I'm like, yo, it's y'all's fault.
Mm-hmm.
So the hip hop or certain things were a reaction because of the drug influences or the horrible politicians that we had and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, no, you guys had a choice to make.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, not really.
Yeah,
We-
we have very few
Oh, yeah.
choices.
And
Like,
that's even today.
yeah.
So
and
it's
it does bother me, dude.
I'll go with your Reagan thing. I mean, yeah. If we have a president to blame,
It's fucking Reagan.
I hate all presidents.
Yeah, well, they're all
equally.
just like
Yeah.
when. Here's the thing, man. Everybody's getting tired of this shit where they say one thing during the campaign, make all these promises,
Oh, yeah, well.
get in there, and then don't do anything.
Oh yeah, that's a president's
Yeah.
motto.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
his MO,
most people
dude.
should know what they get into with a politician,
Yeah,
and to think that a president is the top politician. So you should know, like
yeah,
that
he's there for a reason.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And he's there because he's appeasing to a certain group of people.
Somebody likes him.
Oh,
Let's say that.
Yeah, dude. Fucking, I hate that shit. And that's why Donald Trump, he fucking did a great job of playing on that anxiety about people.
Yeah,
and it's like, we don't want a person who's going to take handouts from billionaires.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, motherfucker, this guy is a billionaire.
Exactly.
He's just taking out the middleman. And it's just easier for him to pass his agenda so people buy more of his steaks.
Oh, man, that dude is...
I
try to tell people, man, Trump knows what he's doing, so...
I know, he's not
that's
stupid.
you guys' fault.
Yeah, he's not dumb.
Yeah, he didn't trick anybody. He's exactly who he was the entire time,
and he owned it. That's the crazy thing.
I think that's the best part. I'm like, how are you mad about this? He politicked at the highest level in the best way possible a politician can politic.
Against all the other politicians.
Who were, morally correct. And, he was
called them on their bullshit so quick.
He's like, stop it.
When he looked at Ted Cruz and called him soft.
Oh, no. And it made him be a part of his running team. So,
yeah, just made Ted Cruz his bitch, dude.
Oh, yeah, so, I mean...
Hey,
man, we're going to go missing for this. But...
Go ahead. Do it, Trump.
Yeah. Don't antagonize him.
Dude, I will.
He likes a reaction.
He loves it.
But, I don't know why people are surprised, man. This dude is...
I don't either.
A true politician.
Yeah, he actually... I mean...
With money.
Yeah, that's the scary thing, man.
Exactly. He doesn't have to sell you his smile or his good hair. Or
he doesn't have to sell anything. We can just buy it.
Exactly. It's like, dude, look what I own. And then...
That would be so...
Yeah, man.
That would be such a great life, dude. What?
It's cake. It's been cake for his 70 years of life, bro. He's had a laid back.
Easy as shit.
This is probably the hardest thing he's ever done.
Did you see his face when he got elected? Like he found out he won?
No. Was he surprised?
Oh, dude, he was terrified. He looked in shock.
It's a lot of duty, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it's a lot of... Dude, you could launch a nuclear strike against somebody. That alone.
If he does that, man, he wins.
I'm scared.
I don't know what he wins,
dude.
Yeah, exactly.
He wins and we all lose. Like,
but I mean, he's done it.
He's threatened it, man.
Everybody's been scared of a president to do it or not do it when we need it, and now we got somebody who we're afraid may do it and should
crazy enough to do it.
Oh yeah, definitely, which is fine.
Yeah, I guess, dude.
Somebody who's gonna push a button.
It kind of scares me a little bit. Like, I like his aggressiveness. I just don't like it with every issue.
Hey man, the only thing I honestly like about Trump is that he is exactly who he's always presented himself as.
And he's a really good representative of a day-to-day American, dude.
Nobody should be mad about this.
No.
But they are. And I get it. I get the fears and all of that.
How did they not see it coming?
Bro.
He's a TV star, reality TV star.
It's because they ignored Reagan.
It's true, too.
They didn't take that serious enough.
No, yeah.
And so now we're seeing what it actually looks like for somebody who's been
like Donald Trump is Ronald Reagan times 3, dude. He does everything money. Reagan does, has more money, and he just does it better. He lets this shit, like this Russia investigation, Reagan would have even run for office if this went on.
No.
But
Reagan's
Donald
got
Trump,
some morals behind him.
He's got so many balls.
Oh, yeah.
He's got such big balls about this situation. He's like, I didn't do it.
Yeah. Didn't he fire the one guy that was doing an investigation on him?
He fired James Comey.
Okay.
Like the head of the FBI doing the investigation.
He's like, you won't have a job.
And then now Robert Mueller. Wow. But this dude, Robert Mueller, is a badass.
Yeah.
He's the same guy that took down who's that Italian gangster? Capone. He's the one that took down Capone.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
They got a movie about that guy.
He's good as fuck, dude. And so
you think Trump is worried?
I think he is. But I think he's gonna get out scot-free. I think he's gonna get indicted. I think he's gonna resign.
You think so? And then just be back on TV?
I think he's gonna get pardoned. I don't think he's gonna be on TV.
You don't think so?
I think he's gonna keep doing his business deals overseas and get his money that way still. Okay.
Man,
because
have Trump on TV, or anything.
He'll probably do the TMZ shit every once in a while.
Oh well, they force you into that shit.
Yeah. Do you know he owns the National Enquirer?
Donald
Trump? Yeah, he owns that shit.
Yeah, this is
crazy.
I don't know why people are mad.
I'm not
to allow somebody
need-
who owns a news company
Yeah.
into office is. You got to think. You got to. I'm not going to say anything. Just
Well,
look at history and see
the
where
thing
the problem
is, man, is that people are too stupid to actually read anything that's longer than 15 words.
Oh yeah, well, yeah,
you know,
too lazy.
Even me.
Yeah.
I do it all the time. Where I'm on Twitter, I see a little headline of a tweet. I'm like, oh shit,
yeah,
this person's fucked up. And then
reaction.
and then I actually listen to somebody who knows what they're talking about. And I'm like, oh, it's not as black and white as it seems.
Yeah, we have to stop doing that. Everybody has that issue, and it's because we've been so babied with how easy information is consumed with our time period. We just look at a headline and keep scrolling, and the headline is all the news we need, and we're gonna go around and be like, hey, did you see?
It's so easy to manipulate a situation
with a headline, because people know you're not gonna read anything else.
Why would you want to?
Exactly, especially if it's sad.
That's like the thing about conspiracies, dude.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Real conspiracies are complicated as hell. This flat Earth conspiracy, it's not complicated enough.
No,
you know,
it's been an idea for the last like thousands.
It has.
Like people have thought that the Earth has been flat before Twitter.
We can blame that on religion.
Oh yeah, they thought that the Earth ended if you walked too far.
Yeah.
So.
And then we got a little smarter. And then they stopped threatening people who said the Earth was actually around.
Exactly. They killed a couple scientists for it, and then
didn't they like torture Copernicus into saying that it wasn't?
Yeah,
it wasn't around.
Switch his idea. So.
And then I heard once Newton was like, "Hey, it is actually flat. Like this. Here's some actual evidence. Gravity. You know, all that stuff." He went to the Pope. I think if you watch Christopher Hitchens, he'll tell the story better than I do. Mm-hmm. But he went to the Pope, and the Pope was like, well, I can teach it as dogma in the school, so everybody will believe it. And Isaac Newton's like, that's not the point.
Yeah. Hey, see what I'm saying?
That's not the point of science.
Hey, I don't know if is the flat Earth now based on religion?
No.
Or it's just based on we've been lied to by scientists now, so they're wrong?
I think it's a culmination of a couple of different conspiracies. Okay. I think it has a little bit of a religious element in it because I've heard people describe everything that's modernized, all of our science has been centered around taking away props from the creator or whatever. Yeah. So I've heard it in those terms. But
still, like no.
I'm like okay. And then I've heard it in the terms that we have been lied to, like the same people a lot of times that believe in the moon landing conspiracy. That we didn't go to the moon.
Or there's strings on the.
Yeah, that it was all shot in Hollywood.
Hey man,
I was one of those people.
Yeah, man, it could be as true as it is.
Yeah.
Not true. So it's a 50-50 for somebody who's never been in a.
I'm going to say
spacecraft, so.
We went to the moon and they filmed it. I used to not believe we went to the moon at all. And then I gradually took steps back and I was like, okay, we went, but the film's definitely fake.
they couldn't operate a camera out there. Hey, I have no idea.
Dude, okay, so from what my research has told me about the film is that they did. And I was like, well, how does the radiation not show up? And apparently there is radiation on the film. And the other thing is
black and white or what?
Yeah, in upper right hand corners you can see little prickles of it. And my thing is that with Chernobyl, the film with that just radiated, burned up completely. Yeah. Apparently, the radiation level at Chernobyl was 5 times what it is in space.
On the moon.
Yeah, it's insane.
That's crazy.
Isn't it, though?
People were living there.
Yeah, that's fucking terrifying to me, dude.
Exactly.
There's a place on Earth that's
maybe scientists are wrong because that's the Chernobyl problem is.
I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Is there more radiation here on Earth than in space? Would we be even able to survive?
Exactly. If there's that much in one area.
See, I'm too stupid to know, dude.
Exactly. I mean, that's what I'm saying. We trust a group of people who love science to tell us actuals and factuals, man. So I'm gonna just go. I don't like to just go because that's my problem with religion. It's you're just gonna go with that.
Yeah.
So
me too, dude.
So that's the same with science.
How are you? Okay, let's All right, let's stop talking about science and start talking about religion.
Let's go.
But I don't get that either about people, man. Like the Bible thumpers that believe the Earth is 3,000 years old,
Yeah.
that we're not a product of evolution, and there's a guy in the sky like literally watching my every move.
Freaky.
No, and I don't want a religion like that, dude.
I know, that's boring. I try
It's
to tell people
scary.
you watch enough anime and cartoons and
Just-
you like, is
yeah.
that the best they could come up with?
I
for
know,
the Bible,
bro.
so
Oh gosh.
yeah.
I'm thinking about this idea, bro. So you know how we have like Thor and all these superheroes and like Aquaman. Why haven't they made Jesus into a superhero yet, bro?
I guess that's Superman and Goku.
No.
Father sends him down to Earth to protect. I don't know.
I guess that makes sense.
I mean,
But why
those are
not
the
like
closest things to
why not
Jesus.
have the literal Jesus?
I
Like
know,
when he
come
actually
on.
comes back, the world doesn't end. He's just this badass dude that comes to help us, can sprint on water,
Yeah.
likes to party, can
I
make
know,
wine out of nothing.
Exactly.
I think it would be like almost like a Deadpool character.
Oh, definitely.
Because he would hang out with prostitutes and like sick people all the time. You know?
That's not funny, man. I
That is funny.
I would hope.
That's
I,
like
look,
Deadpool.
my biggest problem with Christianity is Christ.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why though. I'm like,
Do you not think he's a real dude?
I think that he's probably the realest part about their thing, and I think it made it too human, like for the rest of it. I don't know, man. I really adore Jesus more than I adore the idea of religion as a whole.
So,
just like
so you don't think like religion embodies Jesus?
I don't think
Very
people
well.
do. I
Okay.
think if people got rid of Christianity and just like looked at Jesus like they looked at any other modern day
Like
hero.
a philosopher or something
Yeah,
like that?
just anybody that's awesome. I mean, like the same with Buddha. Buddha wasn't an actual. I don't know that.
Yeah.
but
I mean,
yeah,
it's-
he's based
it's-
on a.
It's like 50-50, just like
Exactly.
Jesus, man. Like,
Exactly. It's like,
Yeah.
and you know, you hear like Jewish people telling Christians like, "Yo, Jesus was Jewish," but nobody tells people like, "Yo, Buddha was Hindu
Yeah.
and stuff like that." You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So
or Muhammad was
yeah,
Islamic.
yeah,
or-
you know what I mean. So it's like I
Yeah.
think a lot of that defeats the purpose. But also,
Mm-hmm.
I think if people just looked at the idea of Jesus more so than the idea of like religion and the saints
Mm-hmm.
and the purity and all of that non-possible thing, I would respect it more. I don't hate
Yeah.
it, but it's just it could be better.
So far-fetched in some aspects.
I just think that like that's so messed up that you would do that to people knowing that there's no possibility for perfection or
Yeah.
even the want to be pure. Like, what are you
Like-
trying to say?
Yeah, and here's like the thing about a lot of people that are religious tend to be more conservative.
Yeah.
You know, I hate to generalize, but I'm gonna.
Yeah.
You know,
It's
but
kind of true.
yeah, and so but the thing is that the like conservative ideology is almost the exact opposite of the ideology that Jesus preaches. You know,
It's yes.
it's like it's
Exactly.
a sick trick being played on people.
I try to tell people the religious part surrounding Jesus is probably what ruins religion for me, especially Christianity. I'm like,
Yeah.
dude, are you serious?
Yeah.
And then the practices that conservative Christians
Yeah, the
use
Christian right.
yeah. to like demonize other people and their lifestyles and
Yeah.
their beliefs it defeats
is.
the purpose.
It does, and it's
Yeah.
it's very hypocritical of
Yeah,
like the
it's-
overall like agenda of what Jesus was all about.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Yeah, so
Here's-
but I don't
and-
know.
But the other thing is too, like why would they leave out the Jesus infancy gospels? Like we learned that in that.
Oh
Bible
yeah, in our
classes.
class.
Yeah, it's like I think that would be like one of the most important
I know
things.
is to make them
Like the
even more human.
Yeah.
Kind of, you know. I don't know, man.
I mean,
They-
if you would want like an accurate religion, like that people could relate to and follow.
I try to tell people like the Bible has been redone
Oh yeah,
multiple times.
yeah,
So somebody in power chose what we got to practice as a Christian society.
yeah,
And that should make you wonder right
Isn't-
then and there that somebody made that choice for you.
yeah.
So
Should we look at Twitter like that almost like right now?
oh yeah.
Because I mean, Twitter and Facebook, more people follow
Oh yeah.
Twitter and Facebook than the Bible.
Oh yeah. Question anything
Yeah,
that the
definitely.
masses are doing.
Yeah.
as well as anything that your friend offers you.
Yeah, like
I don't care if you accept it or not, but like, you know what I mean, somebody hands you a blunt or something like that.
so like, hey,
Yeah.
give it a good smell. First,
Yeah, exactly.
Like, yeah.
Like, come on, dude, don't do
Yeah,
that. So
definitely.
and I think that should be, but that's not, and it's not, and that's group thinking. That's it's not right. And
Yeah.
I feel like that's a huge dangerous practice that's been done over and over and over again, and we haven't learned from it. So,
And it's not just religion either.
oh no, it's
I mean, you saw it like in the USSR, like
Oh,
just
yeah.
the communist ideology, the fact
man.
that like Stalin was able to like manipulate that many people that they should kill all these farmers or whatever.
exactly.
You know, like
And I mean, you can keep going. You can keep naming
yeah,
situations where everybody was thinking alike, and it wasn't working.
and I mean, but that's like ultimately what we're trying to strive for, though, is a society where everybody agrees on the same morals,
Yeah,
right?
that's so
Is that
wrong.
impossible?
I feel like morals outside of actual, and I don't know, see, everything is subjective. So I think maybe I don't even know how to say that, how to even protect the idea that some things should be thought as group, and then some other things should be chosen for single.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? Like, we've made the decision for women for about everything.
yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
mean, up to this point until about like the 21st century.
Exactly. So, and then this is well after a couple of waves of feminist movements.
Yeah,
And they're underpaid, and that's a small thing compared to the destruction of womanhood in society. So,
well, it's just.
yeah, I mean,
I think. Have you seen the Da Vinci Code?
yeah,
Like-
the Tom Hanks one.
Yeah, dude. Like
definitely.
the whole conspiracy about Mary Magdalene, and
Oh yeah.
I think that might be true. I don't know. After taking that Bible class, I'm like,
Yeah.
that might be true. You never know.
That made me appreciate everything that has religion in it. I watched Devil's Advocate the other day.
Oh, did you?
Oh, it's
Just
gonna
that-
mess
just
you
good.
up after you watch that, bro.
I need to watch
Yeah,
that.
because of the Bible class that we took. For real, watch it, man.
She
Keanu
did a good
Reeves.
job. She did a good
Oh
job
yeah,
teaching
man.
that class.
Brown
bro.
is awesome, bro. Like I try to tell people, like, she was a little bit more lenient in this class based on we didn't have that many books to read.
Yeah.
In a couple other classes, man, we had 8 books, 8 or 9 books,
Yeah.
and she expected all of them to be front to back read.
Really?
Yes, and have notes written about each one.
Damn.
And yeah, and she meant it. She would like give these pop quizzes if she felt like nobody
she's, like,
read.
she got little like less strict. it
Oh
sounds
yeah,
like.
well because Bible is subjective,
Yeah.
despite whatever
Well,
belief she
even
has.
even in my other class, it wasn't
It wasn't
like
heavy.
that. Yeah, we had. I mean,
That's
she gave
awesome,
like
bro.
2 pop quizzes just to make sure we were reading.
Yeah, she might be tired, man. She just got done
Yeah.
with her doctorate that semester. Yeah. So
I don't know. She might I don't know what class you took with her before.
Oh,
Was it like a
man.
1 or 200 or 3?
It was a
400?
contemporary lit. It was a 400 level.
shit,
Yeah,
okay.
380 or something like that. It was a senior class,
Okay.
and I, at first, the reason I loved it is because I got to read Harry Potter for
Hell
the
yeah.
first time, like every book.
For the first time?
Yeah, man, I only read the first book as a kid, and
Did you?
after that,
Did
it was
you
all
like it?
movies. Oh man, it was awesome, bro. The
Heck
5th book is like, that's my new Bible, bro. I try to tell people, like, man, read the 5th book.
Yeah.
Don't watch the 5th movie and read the 5th book. I never you don't appreciate something until you're asked to analyze it. And,
Definitely.
yeah, so, and that's what we did with the Bible this year. So it's like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? I've grown to like a lot more of the parts of the Bible. I had my favorite section at first. Now I'm all over the place.
Got
so.
all these stories.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think that's the thing about literature for me, man, is that even if you're not religious and you're like looking for something, you know, that can like guide your life, literature is a perfect thing.
Oh man.
I mean, even if you don't read the Bible,
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know-
Everything is a Bible.
yeah, like Beowulf is pretty much
Oh.
the first Jesus,
Oh
man.
yeah,
like,
definitely.
And like you can read like Titus Andronicus with Rome and like learn about how like having no empathy for people
Oh, man.
will fuck you over big time.
Well, Hercules
Yeah,
and
Him too, dude.
Yeah,
Like-
the privilege of being privileged,
yeah.
and
I mean,
but
did
not
you-
having the love of a father is.
Did you know he killed his harp teacher?
No.
I was reading the story.
What? No.
So I was reading this story. He was, like you said, he's privileged.
Yeah.
Came from pretty good money in Greece or whatever. And he had a harp teacher. And he was having trouble getting this one song or whatever.
Wow.
He was known for having mad anger issues. And like, so
Hercules.
he got so pissed, he killed his harp teacher
Really?
when he was like 12. Yeah, because he was such a big person.
Yeah, he was like super strong and all.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's
Yeah.
a good story.
I heard, I've just, and that's the other thing too, like if you actually do a lot of research on these people, they're not all good. Like you realize that every human being has done something bad.
Oh yeah, Disney makes us like people more than we should.
Oh, God.
So that's usually
Cinderella.
the problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, all the old stories, like I don't know, man.
Yeah.
The people who wrote the early Disney movies had problems with their moms or didn't have parents at all, and we see that in the early movies. None of them have parents.
Yeah.
Or they have some old, decrepit, evil person looking after them.
Yeah.
Or doing harm to them. So the person who wrote these hate old women. I don't know. So
That's
you think of
interesting.
Ursula, Cinderella's bad guy. And you think of Snow White's bad guys. These old, scary women in black cloaks or a
Wow.
giant octopus body. But
Wow.
yeah, man.
I've never thought of it like that. I've always just looked at like those old Disney movies being like LSD infused.
Oh man, that's exactly what it is. Somebody was high.
Yeah,
definitely,
yeah, I think that, but like
drawing them.
that, though that sort, I never liked the terrible mother.
Oh yeah.
You know, the
And
scary
the
mother.
absent father, the father doesn't exist unless you,
Yeah.
you get later on you get the Beauty and the Beast, where it's just the father.
Yeah.
There's no mother in it at all. So
That's interesting.
yeah, it's weird. I don't know why they want women to be like empty of a parent and but to be whisked away by some
I think that's like a
Prince.
I think that's like a fear. Well,
check it. Yeah, it might it goes to sleep after a while.
yeah, that's crazy. Like, is that
That
like,
one is?
is it?
Yeah, Canon has a sleeper automatically installed. You can't turn it off. And it's like a 20-minute
20 minutes.
for Canons. Yeah.
Okay. Use your face looks like that, just so we can go around now.
Okay.
Just to make sure. But yeah, that's an interesting. Like the fear of like a tyrant mother is like more frightening than like a tyrant father
I know. Why?
in a lot of like Disney movies, even classic literature.
Oh, yeah.
Like, well, I don't know, man. Because when my mom is pissed, I am more scared than when my dad is pissed.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, man.
Like,
Don't piss off Mom.
If a woman has a reason to be mad, you know it's a good reason. You know?
Pretty
Like,
much, they're so forgiving. And
Yeah.
that may have a lot to do with sexism and patriarchy or whatever. But I know for a fact that it takes a lot for me being such a bad kid. It took
Yeah.
a lot for my mom to be like, okay, you need to chill out.
Yeah.
So yeah, and so
They
these
do
bad.
put up
I
with
was
a lot of
terrified.
shit,
Yeah,
yeah.
I was terrified of Ursula as a kid. Like I would have nightmares of her.
oh, really?
Yeah, and I don't know why, but she did it for me.
Really? Mine
Yeah.
was, did you watch Courage the Cowardly Dog?
Yeah, of course.
So, do you remember, I can't remember the plot of the episode, I just remember that one creepy,
Return
lady.
to Flat.
Yes.
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, my
that ruined me.
that one stuck with me.
I think
Still
that's
sticks with
everybody's
me.
fear.
Yes, dude.
Courage the Cowardly Dog was very creative. I think the best thing that we've had close to that is Rick and Morty now.
Ooh,
Yeah, because Courage the Cowardly Dog was, I think,
it was pretty genius.
oh man,
Yeah,
whoever thought of that?
I know.
I'm like, God.
Just this old couple with
Yeah,
a dog.
I know.
And the whole family
In the
dynamic.
middle of nowhere.
In the middle of nowhere.
Yeah, and like that's our fear. It's not to be able to protect ourselves. I mean, the dog didn't even look like
Yeah.
it had fur. It was a pink dog.
Yeah, it was a naked dog. That's.
It was a creative show.
I need to go back and watch.
I
some
know
of
they.
those, too.
I can't find them, so they need to put them back on Netflix or maybe they're on Hulu.
Yeah.
But yeah, so
Damn, Netflix has been kicking out a bunch of shit though. A bunch of good stuff,
they're
man.
done, bro. The Devil's
think?
Advocate was on there for only like maybe 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, and
You think people are over it?
yeah. I mean, they suppose there's a rumor that they're gonna start doing commercials
Really?
and that scares me. I mean, I already have to deal with it
Yeah.
with Hulu, so
Maybe
but
I think.
Hulu's got so much anime and
Mhm.
a lot of stuff that I watch, so I'm
Do you think
satisfied.
we're gonna come like full circle back to like a cable television format because that's the only profitable way for these companies to
It seems like
survive?
they're losing money when they're not
Yeah.
allowing people to use them for the
Advertising.
advertisement, and
Yeah.
advertisement's what the biggest
Mhm.
form of money for YouTube.
Yeah,
Uh,
it's huge.
it's,
I mean, for like even individual content producers on YouTube,
See?
a lot of them just rely on the ads they do in their videos
yeah, man, that's
and selling
sad.
merchandise.
Well, I mean, how many people are gonna pay you to watch a YouTube story? Which is
That's true.
You're just hoping that somebody wants to put a bar up there that says,
Hmm.
you know what I mean, buy
Seriously,
this here or something like that.
Yeah.
So
I mean,
It's-
yeah, that's merchandise, just advertising.
I try to tell people, man, if you're on a commercial, dude, you're basically a movie star. Then
Hmm.
make it on a commercial,
yeah.
good enough to be in an ad, because you're gonna see
Seriously.
that ad probably
Look
more
at-
than you see
yeah.
any movie.
Flo,
Oh man,
dude, how much do you
Flo
think
is-
she's making?
I hope that she makes a lot.
Me too.
She's consistent, and I
And
think she's funny.
funny,
The Allstate guy.
Just I mean, she's pretty attractive to me, man.
You got a crush on?
I have a crush on
Flo.
Flo, dude. I'd hit and quit Flo.
Man, she's
She's funny, dude. She's
She's hilarious.
charismatic. She's making bank
Are we
right
just
now.
are we placing that on her though, based on the character she is?
Maybe.
She's a complete character, by the way. We've seen her
Yeah.
in multiple episodes all the time. She's consistent.
She's the face of Geico, right?
I don't know what it is.
I don't
So,
see. You don't even progressive.
Okay,
So you
yeah,
don't even
yeah.
know the insurance
Yeah,
company.
see,
You're
that's
just
messed
like,
up.
give me the insurance company with Flo.
Well, we felt that way about the Verizon guy. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
The caveman.
Jared?
Yeah, you remember? Oh yeah, Jared was a face.
Yeah, dude.
I
That
never
is-
really liked Ronald McDonald. I didn't
Oh,
need
yeah.
that, but like
KFC.
I think Jared made us feel like, oh, people do.
Because
You
he was
know
a
what
normal guy.
I mean? Hey,
That's the thing. He was just this fat dude that was
yeah,
like, oh, I
no,
need to lose.
Exactly, he
I
had the
need to
pants,
stop."
bro.
Yeah, dude.
He had the big pants.
He invented the pants picture.
Yeah, he did.
Oh, man.
Man, he was the first meme.
Was he?
I guess. I mean, yeah.
God,
Essentially.
dude. And that guy rapes kids.
I see. That's what I'm saying.
That's so crazy.
So I mean, Flo could be something.
You never
like
know.
some type of monster, and
Flo could
you're
be
like
a
trying
human
to date
trafficker,
her.
dude.
So exactly.
You never know.
See, but that's what I'm saying, man. You get that type of money. So you think of like Dre Beats,
Hmm.
and they use so many actual famous people.
Yeah.
When they start to expand and use some regular Joe, who says something funny, a catchy line, or does something,
Yeah.
that person is gonna be the face of Beats, even though it's Dre. So
That's
we don't even
interesting.
put Dre as the face.
No.
Beats don't have a face.
He's just the
anymore.
businessman behind
Exactly.
everything. He's a great businessman.
He's the name.
Yeah.
Yeah, because didn't he sell it to Apple?
I think he might have.
Yeah, so-
Him and whatever his manager.
Yeah, he
Can't remember his
was
name.
a co-owner. So
Yeah.
stuff like that scares me. But if you're getting commercial money, man, you're doing well for yourself. That's the
Maybe
King
that-
Batch.
Maybe that should be the goal, man. It's just commercials.
Yeah.
Getting into that advertising.
You do good enough on
business.
Vine. Sadly, it's gone now.
Dude.
Those
I mean,
people
it's-
are in commercials like crazy.
Yeah.
Sprite commercials.
Or they're just low key like movie stars.
Yeah, I'm
they're
like,
in,
are you serious?
comedy
And now,
sitcoms
exactly.
now?
Now they got Netflix channel. I mean,
Yeah.
episodes. And,
It's-
yeah, so
That's crazy, man.
that's good, man. I look for mobility,
Mm-hmm.
and I try to tell people that's why I get angry about the new Lion King coming out, and
Mm.
the remake of Jungle Book, and it's like
Isn't
no
that
point.
just a bunch of postmodern bullshit?
Well, it's
too?
like you keep going with the same story over and over
Mhm.
with different actors instead of giving new stories a chance.
Mm.
Like Dragon Ball Z is forever, but it's
Nobody's
literally going
remaking
on
that.
forever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, like
Huh.
they keep going.
I think it's all part of this postmodern stuff where like we need to redo everything we've done just to make sure that it's appropriate and that we
Yeah.
actually do need it.
Yeah,
And I think we're doing that with movies.
Yes.
Like we've had 8 Spider-Mans,
exactly.
You know,
different characters.
different
over and over.
characters, and like,
And I love Marvel, man.
yeah, me too.
Maybe there's
And-
new stories that need to be told though.
Yeah.
So like the Miles Morales story was, I like that idea that they
Mhm.
brought the
I mean,
Miles
it-
Morales, the new Spider-Man from the multiverse
Mhm.
and all of that. But
It was, I mean, it's interesting, man, and I think we're gonna reach a point where like, okay, this stuff is good.
Yeah.
Can we get some new stuff?
Exactly.
You know, like we appreciate that this stuff is good, but we need originality. We need this authenticity in our life still, you know.
Have you ever seen Get Out?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's a new face. That's something new. New director.
Is that by Peele?
Yeah, Jordan Peele.
Jordan Peele.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, I mean, and even with their show, it was something new.
Yeah.
Instead of like people yearning for Dave Chappelle to come back and do his old show. Somebody else is doing it and have a different take. They're definitely not as raunchy as Dave. So.
Do you think he's gonna ever go back to like a skit show like that?
No, I think he may. I don't think he should. I think he's beyond it.
He's making so much with stand up.
Oh yeah, man. Plus it's Dave. He's an OG now.
Yeah.
You don't need a show anymore.
Yeah. Have you seen that tape of like Louis C.K., Chris Rock?
Oh man.
What do you think of that? I just want to know like what your take of that is.
Hey man.
Because I listened to it and I was like, this is weird.
Oh yeah, that was a Twilight moment. So hey yo, I don't know what's going on with Chris Rock.
Yeah.
But
Louis C.K.'s career is like just.
I know.
That
I'm
dude's
like
taking hit after hit.
And you know it's funny because we were talking about Dave Chappelle and Dave Chappelle's like, yo, this dude was doing some weird stuff. You know what I mean? With the whole
with
the scandal
like,
and stuff, and it's like.
Man.
And then this video surfaces, and I don't know if it's new or old because these people.
I heard it was like from 2010.
Oh wow,
so
that sucks. Somebody's been holding that over his head or something. I mean, I don't. Yo, you get blackmailed for racism. That's on you, bro. I'm anti-blackmail, but if it's that type of blackmail, bro, like, you had it coming.
Yeah.
Chris Rock looks just as bad as Louis C.K. I don't. And I mean that racism is not something that's allowed; it's a practice.
Yeah.
So for him to allow him to express that, whether it's a joke or not, I'm all good. Hey man, I really love comedy. So but you're not gonna be able to say that word.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Louis C.K. can't say it, especially the way he said it.
Exactly, he didn't even say it
with
no.
So nonchalantly,
exactly, like
so the old
and he said it.
way.
Isn't he from like England or something?
He's from New York.
Okay,
so he's a hardcore liberal, but like almost to the point where he like thinks that like he can do whatever.
He's a
like
liberal.
He can claim the oppression of other people because he's so left.
That's sick.
Yeah, it's happening a lot though.
Yeah, that's a normalization of other people's struggles, and we
Antifa,
talk about this.
Yeah, and like Antifa, it's like you can't claim the same oppression that people that actually faced actual fascists.
Exactly. That's weird.
I don't like them.
That's appropriation.
Yeah, that's like, fucking racist.
Yeah, that's very racist. I try to tell people like, yo, liberals is a problem for me as much as a conservative with a tiki torch and khaki shorts. So
and it's not like saying that the people that are so progressive, they're progressive to the point where they're in a delusion.
Yeah, that's not progression.
Yeah, but it's not to say that those people are just as bad as people who actually believe that one race is better than all races. You know, but it's getting to the point where you're going so far left, it's becoming right.
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, you just need to take a step back, realize what you're saying, realize who you're saying it to.
Trying too hard.
Yeah, and be a little bit more authentic. You know,
is that what Louis C.K. was doing? Was he like I'm comfortable enough to be able to use this word with the hard R? Man, what?
I mean, well, he was claiming that he acted just like, you know, quote unquote hard R, whatever, you know, and Chris Rock was just like, Chris Rock kind of was like, yeah, you're the whitest black guy I know, or you're the blackest white guy I know, like you. If any white guy should be able to say that word that way,
he didn't even say it like a cool guy though.
I know. If you're gonna say it like Samuel L. Jackson,
like he hung people, like he was okay with all.
Yeah, like he wanted it to sting, you know.
Oh my god!
Like he was like.
See, I couldn't even finish it, and that's the problem. What is it? A minute video?
It's
30 seconds. Maybe
it's not even. I don't think 2 minutes.
Oh,
but
see,
it is. And then Jerry Seinfeld like embodies how everybody is feeling.
Like,
he's like, hey,
what are you doing right now?
This is. I'm a little uncomfortable. Don't say that word.
Exactly. What are you doing? So that's.
But here's the thing: their tape was from 8 years ago, right?
Yeah.
And so, should we still hold that against these guys?
Well, yeah.
Because
Chris Rock, especially, but
yeah,
I mean,
because 8 years ago that's a huge time change in just 8 years, in the mentality of the whole world.
Yeah, I mean, wasn't the sexual assault stuff was a while back too.
Yeah.
And you don't let people slide.
Yeah.
For
it's
like
interesting.
so I mean, like, yo, you fucked your whole career, bro. So I mean, people love that though.
Mm-hmm.
I try to tell people any type of publicity,
performers.
any type of publicity is probably good for him.
Yeah, well, Louis, he could go out right now and sell out arenas,
definitely,
if he wanted to.
Fuck yeah.
But
in a liberal place.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And
plenty of people that claim to be liberals will go to his show still.
Oh yeah, he's gonna apologize about it.
No, I don't think he even has to.
He doesn't have to.
I don't think he.
And that's I don't know if that's the problem.
Yeah.
But I do know that people have to be held accountable for their actions.
Yeah.
Whether people forgive them or not, I don't know about the idea of forgiving, but I do know that you need to take accountability for what you do.
Yeah, I think when stuff like this comes up, people get outraged if they hear about these bad things and the individual hasn't taken any steps to correct themselves.
Yes.
You know, like when Tiger Woods got busted for cheating, and being like, you know, a sex crazed golfer, pretty much. Yeah. And but like I know a lot of people don't care what he does now. They don't have an opinion of him. They don't think of him badly because he went to rehab. You know, he took the steps he needed to publicly appear like he wanted to get better. And
I guess, and he won a couple
and he's
things,
like,
and when you start winning,
people forget.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Remember, Kobe got 2 rings after the rape scandal. So we gotta remember that, and the same with Ray Lewis.
Mm-hmm. Ray Lewis did kill that guy.
Yeah.
I'm a huge Ray Lewis fan, dude.
Hey man, I used to love Ray Lewis, bro.
He's my idol.
Yeah, so you know what I mean, and you get another ring after that.
Mm-hmm.
So you get probably close to 10 years more playing time after being
but
associated with something like that.
Let's say this though, like that situation that he was able to get himself out of made him a better person, right?
Oh Jesus crazed, but I guess
definitely
exactly.
Jesus.
You see what I'm saying? It's
like it's like
he proved to the right people that he was different.
Yeah, and he is that, but like are we okay with that in this society? Are we okay with people like doing those bad things?
As a we, yeah.
Okay.
As an I,
the informal we.
No, I think we all have to take accountability.
Yeah.
Because the train doesn't move unless we're all pushing. Mm-hmm. So whether people are standing on the side and not letting the train go, it's too many people still. Just watching. Oh yeah, definitely, and that's the biggest issue. So
I think that a lot of that was seen too in this like the Harvey Weinstein thing. Because like it seemed like once it came out, everybody was like, "Yeah, of course, we all knew."
Yeah, which is crazy to me that this has been known. I didn't.
I didn't. People in the business. Yeah. That's what I mean.
And then we're kids when he was doing this thing.
Yeah.
As well as when we get older and find out that he's doing it. Mm-hmm. And Pulp Fiction is still one of my favorite movies, and that may play into the role of is wrong.
Yeah.
But I still have watched football games.
Yeah.
And I shouldn't. I really shouldn't. They've obviously expressed their support for issues that they will not, allow players to express themselves in a normal way. So and yet I plan on watching the playoffs, and that's a huge. It's a problem for my beliefs. Mm-hmm. But it should be as a whole, and it's not going to be because that's just if not enough of us think like that, it's gonna be wrong. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, so
it's a weird time we're living in.
Right yes, now, it
is. Because I think most people, me included, feel the way you do. We need to hold each other accountable. We need rules to hold together society. We need facts and we need truths. Like when Rudy Giuliani says truth is not truth. Like what the fuck does that mean, dude? Like,
hey man, and alternative facts, baby.
Oh gosh.
So
And
Yeah,
it's-
that's postmodern shit right there.
that is postmodern.
Where you
shit,
can,
like,
where it's like, yeah, it was a lie, but it wasn't that kind of a lie where I was trying to mislead you.
yeah,
Stupid.
it was a lie
that's-
to try to protect you.
Exactly, which
But you
is still wrong.
you still lied to me.
Still lie. and that's when we start to have double meanings and more meanings than not, and then we start forgiving people for being
For being
sexually.
just complete assholes.
Oh man, these people.
Like,
And as a whole, because most of the people who are being accused are men. So it says a lot about our society.
Yeah.
As a whole, as a male dominated society.
yeah, and I think
so,
I think for a lot of guys, like I think a lot of guys see that, and they feel an anxiety just with social interaction in general.
oh
now.
yeah, you got to watch what you
Yeah.
do, and that should have been the practice well before. But since
Definitely.
it's not,
Yeah,
We're-
we're all walking on.
Yeah, we're
nails
like,
and
yo,
walking on Legos.
you can't say that.
Yeah,
Don't
and
hold the door for her,
Yeah,
and then wait for her to walk by.
yeah, and then so
Know what
and
you
then
were
you're
doing.
like, well, I was just trying to be nice, but let's actually think about that from the point of view of a girl.
Exactly.
Like, you know, and
He just wants to look at my ass.
yeah, exactly. And
Yeah.
it's like you have to. Here's one situation that really like makes it just like so obvious to me. Is that when I go into a bar, like I'm attracted to this waitress or whatever. I think she's cool. I want to get her number. I go up to the bartender, whatever. I'm like, when is she come in next? She's not in or whatever. And he tells me whatever. And like it's innocent to me. I'm just trying to get her number, trying to take her on a date. But what does she think when her friend, that's the bartender, is like, hey, this guy came in wondering when you were going to work next.
Straight stalker.
It's weird.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, what do you mean?
Yeah, it's weird. And like, I think we're realizing that a lot of shit that guys do is just weird.
Exactly. And it was and the normal practices are you like, hold on, you take a step back and you're like, God, I'm a creep.
Yeah, dude.
And that's
Sending
the
that
problem
text
with
at
most
1 a.m.
exactly.
was
Oh yeah.
weirder
Oh
than
yeah,
I
definitely.
thought.
Oh yeah.
That's
or
just,
or
that was literally my horniness. Just
oh yeah,
taking
exactly.
over, you
I
know?
try to tell people the most simplest thing that made me realize how much of a creep I am and men as a whole is like being in high school. And when we wanted to talk to women, you know,
Yeah.
you go up to them and you're like, man, she was with her friends, bro. I gotta wait until she gets alone. And that is the weirdest comments that we can make. And on so many, I won't even go into the levels of how creepy that is.
Seriously.
But that's a
It is.
serious situation right there. And that means like, what are you afraid of that you can't go and talk to this person around a group
other
of people?
Yeah, what are you
And
going to say to them in
Yeah,
private that you
so-
can't say around other people?
we really need to reflect.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
and we need to start holding each other accountable as males, as well as the sons that people create.
Yeah,
And that's where it starts.
definitely.
Unless they want to just wipe us out, which
Yeah.
is, I mean, yeah, because women are tired of it.
Definitely,
And,
dude.
you know what I
You're
mean?
seeing
Can
it
you-
too.
Yeah, exactly. You can't blame them.
I mean, like, I don't blame him, but you're seeing like, with how outrageously oppressive men have been to women, we're seeing the rebound of that. Like, where now that women have a little bit more power and they have say and they can just think for themselves and have sovereignty.
Exactly.
They're starting to pull fast ones on dudes.
Oh yeah.
You know,
And
it's like,
I don't want to say rightfully so on the whole.
I don't want to say
Yeah,
rightfully so
yeah,
either, but it's
but-
like it's to be expected.
Yeah.
After all the shit that
Exactly.
they've gone through, man. It's
And-
like,
After even asking us, like, yo, can you not?
Yeah.
For years now.
Not getting consent at all,
exactly,
dude.
Like,
Like,
yo, this has been
it's
that
been-
the
yeah.
wave of the Me Too and all of that. A reaction from men is like, wow, rape just came out. But for
Yeah.
women,
It's been-
women are like,
yeah.
yo,
It's
this shit has been
definitely
exactly, and that's
Yeah.
what scares me the most is like men are surprised, and
Yeah.
I think it's about time, and men
Yeah.
have to,
It's like we've had this coming, dude.
Oh, yeah.
It's like we should have seen this
And we-
coming
oh,
for
yeah.
so long.
and
that,
that's so sick that
yeah,
we
it is
that our
that we
fathers
just
and
choose
our
to ignore it.
uncles and
And, like-
cousins and us as child, because we learned this from somebody.
And that's toxic masculinity.
Oh, yes.
I hate when people say that toxic masculinity isn't real, because as a kid, man, I remember my dad, and it's not to his fault because he
Yeah.
was taught like this too.
Exactly. He
You
learned
know,
from somebody.
but like you cry, you fucking have emotions about things, and you're told to toughen up. don't cry.
Don't cry.
You know, don't feel those. Don't feel.
Don't
that
even
pain
show
or
those
whatever.
emotions.
Yeah,
Exactly.
if you do that, you're a pussy.
Yeah,
you
plain
know,
and simple.
you're acting like a girl.
Yeah, girl,
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so then you got the homophobia, and then you have the
The
sexist.
sexism mixed
yeah,
in.
and
It's
so
just
you're like,
and it's not malicious at all. It's
No.
just how,
men were
for some reason, men were taught in like the
Yes.
Western society.
exactly, and it's fucked up.
And now it's being flipped on
exactly.
its
It's like now it's upside down.
And guys are like, what the fuck do we do?
Exactly, and I had no idea. Like, yeah,
But I'm starting. Here's the thing: like with my brother's generation, my brother's only 4 years younger than I am.
Okay,
But
alright.
I feel like they're even in a different generation than you and I,
yeah, definitely.
because I see the fruits of the efforts of the progressiveness in their generation and kids younger than them, with them being more appropriate with each other, getting consent. I mean, every kid's having sex now, but it's
Yeah.
consensual. And it's safe,
Yes, I pray to God that our faults become a woman's liberation,
Yeah.
and it not be liberation anymore. It be that's normal practice. It's that people ask
Yeah, I
instead of expect.
definitely. And
Yeah.
I think it's happening too. Like this,
That's good.
our new Congress just got sworn in, and there's 12 new like women congressmen now. And like,
that's a positive.
yeah, dude. And I think we're starting to see like the fruits of those efforts.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's
And it can only go forward. So you know what I mean, we're already at our lowest point, plain
Yeah.
and simple, because we've been practicing this for too long.
Yeah.
Sexism, racism, homophobia, whatever, politics. It's at its worst, and that's the point. Is that it's never been good. You know what I mean? So the
Yeah.
whole "Make America Great" thing is like that's where people were upset about, and I get that, and especially when it comes to women's rights or racism, especially women of color,
Yeah,
black
definitely.
women, and that is, and we have to, and we have no choice but to go up from here.
Yeah.
And so, with you saying your little brother doing that and stuff like that, and I plan wholeheartedly to teach and make sure that any young males or even older males realize what you represent.
Yeah.
Because even rape culture is so common, sexism is so common that you do not realize what you're doing. And that's even, people are offended that women don't want you to hold the door for them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that says a lot about males' expectations of what a woman should be.
Yeah.
Or the you should just be happy that I did this or I bought you. It's even the buy you a drink.
Buy you a drink, like,
and I expect something back,
Yeah.
and it's
like,
sick.
it's your choice to spend money on that chick.
Exactly.
It's
Get the
her
fuck out
choice
my
not.
face.
Yeah, it's her
Exactly.
choice not to sleep with
Exactly.
you.
I
If she
don't
doesn't
know
want
why you tried to
Yeah.
make that's not an
That's not
equal
how the
currency
dynamic
either.
works.
Exactly.
Yeah, dude, we're not a barter system.
Exactly.
anymore.
What are you trying to trade for that? Like,
Yeah,
so,
dude. I don't know.
yeah.
But anyways, man, we've done an hour.
Oh yeah, awesome,
Yeah.
bro.
Anything
Yeah.
you want to get off your chest? What's happening with you?
Hey man, graduate college. Seriously.
I'm fine.
Oh yeah,
on it, bro.
go. Well, yeah, man. That's that. Pretty
Yeah.
much. Don't let any doubts stop you, because they those won't be the doubts later on.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. So just
Nice.
think that like everything is gonna change. Everything
Perspective.
gradually. Yeah.
Nice.
And growth is the only thing that you can do.
Nice.
You never. There's no plateau. There's no stopping. So
Hell yeah.
always
I
think
like
of that
that.
when you're like stressed about a paper or something like that. Like, yo,
Hell yeah.
this is only gonna get me further. There's no,
Nice.
yes, there's
I
no
like that.
halting. Yeah,
I like that.
yeah.
Anything you want to plug social media wise?
Nah, man. I
Alright.
mean, you could follow me on Twitter. I don't tweet as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I deleted my old Twitter. I'm trying to become a more outside of the social media world type of person.
Okay.
To grow physically in a different networking program and all of that.
Nice.
Because I mean, I know it's easier, but
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, hopefully I'll have a podcast by next month.
Nice.
You know what I mean?
Well,
And
then maybe I can come on.
oh yeah,
that.
definitely, you're invited.
Heck yeah.
Everybody's invited.
Nice.
You're good. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's man, read more.
Nice.
Seriously,
Heck
just
yeah.
read something.
I agree with that.
Yeah, definitely.
For what's happening, this is Big Ella. If you guys want to follow me on Twitter, it's at @SCHAF_Noah. Same thing for Snapchat. On Instagram, it's Don Thickboy.
I actually was searching for you on Instagram, and I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah,
So
it's DONNTHICCBOI. It's as ghetto as you can get.
this dude said Don is thick boy.
Don Thick Boy.
Don thick boy.
Don Thick Boy.
I like that, bro.
Thank you.
I don't know why, but
I'm glad.
I don't feel about calling you thick, but
Yeah. We'll see you guys. We'll see you guys next week. This has been Davon. This has been Noah. We'll see you guys later. Like, follow, and subscribe. Just be my friend. Bye.